Forget everybody else. We have the real Big Ten football power rankings 1 through 18. Where's your team on the list? Locked on Big Ten starts right now.
You are Locked On Big Ten, your daily podcast on the Big Ten Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On Big Ten. I'm Craig Sheeman, 40 years as a sports talk show host and play-by-play announcer. I want to thank you for making us your first listen each and every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts on YouTube, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Hey, hit that free subscribe button down below. That way you'll never miss a single episode. We're here every single day. Plus, you can share, follow, and like. That helps us out too. And hype the YouTube videos as well. So, power rankings 1 through 18, plus our Saturday live doubleheader plans. I'll have that at the end. But let's get into it. I'm going to put this on screen. If you're audio only, we'll describe what's going on. It's just a list and logos. But we're going to start it off with the Ohio State Buckeyes at number 1. Why not? They were number 1 before. They're number 1 in the country. This is no big secret. They were coming off the 37-9 win over Ohio, and they are, I don't want to say they're cruising because, I mean, they got the win. It was a sizable win. You know, this game was 13-9 in the third quarter. I'm a little concerned about that. Some of the Buckeyes faithful, I've been hearing from you. You're upset that Julian Sayin threw 2 interceptions. So people kind of raising an eyebrow here. What's going on? But when you can rely on a defense that Ohio State has, they are number 2 in the country in scoring defense at just 5.3 points per game. That's pretty spectacular. They're on bye this week. All right. The Oregon Ducks got them at number 2. No change there. Now, they had a little bit of a slow start at Northwestern. It was sleepy time, right? It was 9 a.m. their time, body clock going out east for the noon Eastern game. And they start off with a punt, a little bit slow, but then they got going. And then Oregon started to look like Oregon. They scored on 5 straight drives, 4 touchdowns and a field goal. They've got Oregon State next. And then the big one against Penn State. That's going to be humongous. Can't wait for that game. Speaking of Penn State, just sitting at number 3. I got a concern. Can I share the concern with you? You guys see if you share this with me. Penn State, they got everything in front of them. Big expectations this year. Pretty easy non-conference schedule. Beat Villanova 52-6. Here's where I'm concerned. Drew Aller is the most experienced quarterback in the country. All right, he's coming back. They're ready to go. This is like championship or bust. Why then, against teams like FIU and Villanova, is his completion percentage in the 50s? 57% against FIU. It was even lower, 55% against Villanova. That shouldn't be. A little red flag there. Anybody else got a red flag? I got a red flag. That's got to be better than that. I got Illinois sitting at number 4. Interesting story in their 38-0 win over Western Michigan. They were up 10-0 at the half, which was a little concerning. But it was almost 10-7, as a matter of fact, because Western Michigan was at the 1-yard line before the half. Now, good job by the Illinois defense. They had a goal line stand. They stopped 2 plays from the 1, and then so they're still 10-0. They go in the locker room. Brett Bielema let his team have it. I think he hurt his hand a little bit, pounding on the board there. So anyway, they were able to pull it out in the second half. Apparently, Brett Bielema yelling at them worked. They had a nice second half and win 38-0. I got the Indiana Hoosiers, Illinois' next opponent, sitting at number 5. In fact, I moved them up 1 slot, and they just beat Indiana State 73-0. Fernando Mendoza had 5 total touchdowns. His brother came in, Alberto Mendoza. Alberto was already there as an Indiana recruit, backup quarterback. Fernando comes rolling in as the transfer from Cal, and he looks like he's really comfortable. The Hoosiers now have put up 156 points in their 3 games. Got this huge game against Illinois. I like winner take all. I did another podcast. Check it out on our channel, Lockdown Big Ten. I think the winner of this game has the inside track to get the 4th Big Ten playoff spot, and I think the loser will be out. Just too much to overcome later on. Like Indiana still got Oregon on their schedule, Penn State. By the way, shout out to Omar Cooper Jr. Had 10 catches and 207 yards and 4 touchdowns, all career highs for him against Indiana State this weekend. I got Washington at number 6. They're on a bye week. I dropped them 1 only because I moved Indiana up 1. No harm, no foul on Washington. They didn't play. They got the Apple Cup against Washington State, and then they host Ohio State. That's a big one. I got Michigan at number 7. Move them up 1. I know you're supposed to beat Central Michigan. You're supposed to beat them by a lot, but by 63-3, I was impressed by that. I was impressed by Bryce Underwood running for 114 yards and rushing for 2 touchdowns. Finally, they're letting him run. Sherrone Moore missed that game, part of his suspension. He'll be suspended this weekend against Nebraska as well. I got them at number 7. We'll see if they're starting to get things going. I got USC at number 8. They won at Purdue. I dropped them 1 only because I moved Michigan up. That's all. USC didn't deserve really to drop it all. But one of the all-time logo games this weekend, you've got the Trojan versus Sparty. How about that? Then I got Nebraska at number 9. Nebraska with their win over Houston Christian. Dylan Raiola looks good. I'm still impressed with their win against Cincinnati earlier in the year. And then they've got the game against Michigan. Don't forget, we're going live. I'm going to tell you about it. We're going live after 2 games. This is one of them, Saturday. I'll give you all the details in just a moment. Michigan State rounds out our top 10. They're 3-0, 2 years in a row under Jonathan Smith. No other Spartans coach has started his career with back-to-back 3-0 starts. Got the young over Youngstown State. I'm still impressed with their Boston College win. And if you do a composite of Aiden Child's stats through the first 3 games this year and compare them to his first 3 games last year when he was a turnover machine, day and night for Aiden Childs. I'm very impressed with him. Again, they're at USC. So that's the top 10. Here's the best of the rest. I got Maryland at number 11 with their win over Towson, 44-17. You know, if you listen to this podcast every day, we are huge fans of Malik Washington. Malik Washington's had 2 freshmen of the week awards for the Big Ten. Bryce Underwood's had the other one. I think these 2 guys are just going to rotate that back and forth all season long. And Maryland also with the win over Towson, 18 straight non-conference wins. That's the longest FBS streak in the country. So, but now they're into Big Ten play. And they're at Wisconsin. Rutgers coming in at number 12. Put up a 60 burger this weekend, 139 points in 3 games, and they're averaging 461 yards of offense. Rutgers, yeah, I know. They host Iowa this weekend. Pretty good defense. By the way, I got Iowa sitting at number 13. The win over UMass. Kirk Ferentz, win number 206 in the bag. He is now the all-time winningest coach in Big Ten history, passing Woody Hayes from Ohio State. Like I said, they're at Rutgers. They got Rutgers this weekend. So Wisconsin, got them at number 14. Look, man, they got blown out by Alabama. They've got some problems. I thought they were going to be a pretty big underdog going in there at Alabama. We all did. And let's see if they can work things out there at Luke Fickell. They host Maryland. Minnesota at number 15. They went out west. They dropped down a spot. They lost to Cal by a couple of scores. Coy Parrish, who I've been talking up forever, actually muffed a punt inside the 10. It's very disappointing. Got Purdue at number 16 after their home loss to USC. And Ryan Brown got picked 3 times and sacked 5 times in that game. That was not good. Northwestern at number 17, coming off the loss to Oregon, but they got UCLA next, and UCLA's on its heels right now. This might be an opportunity for Northwestern to win. And then, as I mentioned, UCLA, they come in at the bottom here, 0-3 this year. They have yet to lead in a game this year. And Deshaun Foster sadly got fired over the weekend. Tim Skipper will be the interim coach the rest of the way for the UCLA Bruins. So there we have it. There's the list, 1 through 18. Where did your favorite team go? Did we get them in the right spot? Let me know. Hit me up in the comments section. If you are new, we're here every day. In fact, we usually do multiple podcasts every day, audio and video versions all together, all things Big Ten. Hit that free subscribe button so you never miss a single episode and you know when we're on the air and what we're doing. And you can follow us wherever you get our podcast, whether it be the video on YouTube or audio only of this very podcast, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast, so you don't ever miss an episode. We have a website, talkbig10.com. Check that out as well. All of our podcasts go there. Plus, there are links for merchandise from your favorite Big Ten school right there. You know, Christmas is kind of going to be right around the corner if you want to do some shopping there. All right, coming up, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do this weekend, because we're going to do something we have never done before. We've taken something we've done, we've made it better. That's all coming up. I'll tell you all the details for this weekend. We're very excited about it right here on Locked On Big Ten. Mazda crafts cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. They follow what moves them every time they drive. And that's what makes Mazda stand out. They go beyond safety, style, and performance to deliver the driving performance that feels alive in every detail. They've got safety, focusing on detail, just like an athlete, with their metallic accents and hand-stitched Napa leather. Everything's just laid out intuitively with the controls, the handling, everything is smooth. And whether it's just a quick drive or a long haul, you're going to love it. It's the small details that make the big plays. And just like there's more to every player, there's more to a Mazda vehicle. Mazda, move and be moved. DoorDash. This program is brought to you by DoorDash. And look, it's almost the weekend. You got to get your DoorDash streaks going here. And we like to highlight all of our MVPs each and every week. That's what's brought to you by DoorDash. It's Omar Cooper Jr. of Indiana with 10 catches, 207 yards, and 4 touchdowns, all career highs. He delivered for Indiana, and DoorDash will deliver for you, especially Saturday with your DoorDash streak, saving every time you order. And just like that, DoorDash and these players that do so well, they deliver when it matters most. So here's the deal with the DoorDash streaks. Order every Saturday. Get a streak going. And you can stack them all up. You can save up to $250, including $100 in DoorDash credits. So order this Saturday. You can order today, too. Keep your streak alive. Fuel your game day only with DoorDash. Terms apply. Promo period through November 18th. Where's your money at? That's between you and your significant other, but can you find it? Do you know where all your apps are and websites and passwords? Monarch Money can help you get this all dialed in. Have all of your financial records at your fingertips, whether it's 401ks, properties, investments, all in one place. So you can have the full picture. That way you're not leaving money on the table. You get this dialed in here. That's where Monarch Money comes in. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or your phone. Bring your significant others' information together. So it's all there together. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. So if you've been putting off organizing your finances, Monarch is for you. Monarch does all the heavy lifting for you. So check it out. Very easy to use and figure out. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use the code LOCKEDONCollege at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with the code LOCKEDONCollege. That's monarchmoney.com. All right, let's take a look at what's going on this weekend, because we're very excited about it. Normally, if you're an everyday, you know we're here every day, but you know we go live on Saturdays after the biggest game of the weekend. That way you get my immediate, unfiltered reaction, and I get yours too. I get to see your real-time live comments. I read them on the podcast. It's a lot of fun. Keeps me on my toes, to be honest with you. Some of you are upset and passionate about your teams. So we do all that. Now, this weekend, I couldn't make up my mind. So we're gonna pick 2 games. And for the first time ever, we're gonna do a doubleheader. We're gonna go live after 2 different games. That's right. After Michigan plays at Nebraska, it's 3:30 kickoff. Get over around 6:37. We're gonna go live as soon as that's over. Talk about that game. Talk about the early games of the Big Ten. Then when we sign off, we're gonna go watch that Illinois-Indiana game. And when that's over, probably around 11 o'clock p.m., 8 o'clock Pacific, we'll go live again. And we'll break down that game. And you will too with your comments. And then we'll also just recap the whole day in the Big Ten. So a doubleheader live Locked On podcast this weekend. Can't wait for all of that. All right. Tell your friends about it. Join it. Join in the group. It'll be fun. Subscribe too, if you don't mind, because that helps you. You'll never miss a single episode. That helps us too, as does if you share, follow, and like Locked On Big Ten as well. Plus, I want to tell you something that's going on with the whole Locked On family here. You college football fans, Locked On and Fire TV present the College Football Kickoff, your ultimate college football weekly preview. Drake Toll from Locked On Big 12. He leads the conversation along with two-time AP Coach of the Year Gary Patterson and former college star Jesse Holley and our own Locked On experts. All right there, getting you ready for the weekend, the college football preview like only Locked On can deliver. So catch College Football Kickoff every Thursday throughout the season, only on Fire TV. That'll do it for us. We're back for another one tomorrow. Don't forget the 2 live podcasts on Saturday. For Locked On Big Ten, I'm Craig Sheeman. See you tomorrow.